The future of property tax in Ohio is a hot topic right now as a grassroots effort to abolish the tax gains steam.
Some say it's way overdue, but others are concerned about the effects the move could have on everything from emergency response times to what you pay for goods. State Representative Ron Ferguson has been in favor of abolishing Ohio's property tax since hearing about a community-based effort to do so about a year ago.
If you talk to voters through the district, they just can't pay the property taxes that they've been paying, some of these people, for over 30 years, 40 years at this point. You just never own your home, and it's just too much.
Ferguson says he's been working on a plan to get rid of the tax in a way that would not hurt organizations that rely on its funding. Ferguson started drafttheplan.com, where he says money saved by cutting government waste would fill the gap left by abolishing the tax.
So there should be no increases in taxes at all. We should get rid of the property tax without increasing any other taxes. There's plenty of government waste to cut first and foremost, but there's also in Ohio over $13 billion in tax exemptions for out-of-state corporations that don't deserve them.
Money collected through Ohio's property tax funds public schools, public safety, infrastructure, and more. In Jefferson County, making up the revenue lost would be nearly impossible, according to Auditor E.J. Kahn.
So Jefferson County entities alone, which would be your DD, prevention recovery, jail, 911, general fund gets some real estate tax money. In total, it would be over 18 million. In comparison to our general fund budget in its entirety, it's 23.5 million. So, there's no way to make up a shortfall like that.
Kahn believes that if the property tax were to go away, the money would need to be made up in other places, likely in increased sales tax or even a tax on food. He worries that with Jefferson County being so close to West Virginia, many would just travel across the Ohio River to shop in the Mountain State.
Devastating to local retail. And I question, too, if it would go away entirely, do they start to look at taxing things that aren't currently taxed to kind of make up the difference, like food? And I would hope that wouldn't happen. But without a plan, it's going to be you're going to be rushed to find a solution.
As for public safety, Rob Harrington is the Jefferson County 911 director. He says the 911 center is 95% tax funded, with the rest coming from cell phone surcharges for 911.
So it would be, a pretty significant amount of funding necessary to pick this up, somewhere around $2 million in our county. And so we've never heard an explanation of what that's going to be. The scary part is, if the bill would pass, if the issue would pass in November, we're being told it would be 14 months to where there would be no more tax collection.
Meanwhile, as the chief of the Wintersville Fire Department, Harrington says the loss of property tax revenue would result in less staffing and slower response times.
As for the fire department, what the tax money represents is right now somewhere around 75%. Of our budget. And so what we use our tax money for primarily is staffing. So we have people on duty. Our response times are very short because we have people on duty.
Last December, Governor Mike DeWine signed 5 bills into law, all with the goal of reforming property taxes without doing away with them.
Basically, one of the things that this bill does is it will stop these great spikes, and it will kind of hold the increases to a reasonable cost of living increase, 3%, 4%. People can accept that and deal with that. They can't deal with a 35% increase.
Do you think something like that would be a little easier instead of just like getting rid of it totally all at once, maybe reforming it or coming up with a more incremental plan might be something that may come into play or make people more comfortable with the idea?
Yeah, I would say that those that are a little bit concerned right now would probably be more comfortable with an incremental approach, but those that are insisting on the immediate reform and not paying property tax, again, their concern is the very next property tax bill that they're going to pay, and people just can't handle it anymore.
Voters could see this issue on the ballot later this year, but before that happens, Harrington hopes there will be more conversation about a plan if this were to pass.
I wish there was more dialogue between elected officials and people like me who actually do this, because I think we would be better equipped to solve this. And again, whether the referendum passes or not, it still needs to be dealt with.
So we asked Ohio residents, if this were to be on an upcoming ballot, how would you vote? 86% of the responses said that they would vote to abolish the tax, while 14% said they would vote to keep it. We will, of course, continue following this story as it develops. But with this News 9 Special Assignment, I'm Jamie Baker. Hi, I'm Jamie Baker. Thanks for watching. Here's another video for you to watch, and please be sure to subscribe to our channel.